welcome to the Lavonda Ray Show. I am your sorry guys, I'm your host Lavonda Ray, and I know it is a little late. I was supposed to actually have my podcast airing today at 6 p.m., but unfortunately, my computer gave me a bunch of shit, and then the internet gave me more shit. So it was like I couldn't do the shit, but I'm doing the shit right now, so I hope that's appreciated. And everybody knows that, as most people know that has tuned into my show or have been listening to my show or just now tapping in, I'm coming from the state of Missouri, the show me state, where we show in and show out. And as I always say, if you got a question or any comments, feel free to leave it in the box or give me a call, and I'll do my best to let your voice be heard or to answer your questions. And as always, I want to thank God for bringing me to this moment, for bringing you guys to this moment with me. And I just hope that we can continue, and that I hope that we talk about today, that it can touch one, if not all, of someone. So thank you, and let's get started. As you can see from my title, it says Gone but Never Forgotten. So before I get started, I know how most people say, let's take a moment of silence for those who are not here. Let's play a moment of jazz for those who are not here. Yes, that was a moment that I thought that would be nice, a little cozy, calm, just kind of think about the ones that we have lost, and we know that even though they're gone, they are never forgotten. So let's get that in. Losing someone, to me, is like one of the hardest things that you would ever almost have to face in life. I know that life comes with a bunch of obstacles and a lot of things that we try to get through and brick walls that we try to climb. But death is a whole nother feeling. It's a whole nother type of pill that sets in your soul sometimes, because sometimes you never digest it. And in life, we all have to face it, whether it's losing a friend, a family member, a spouse, an animal. Because don't forget it. Animals, they're people. They're like people, rather. I have a dog, two dogs, and I love my dogs to death. And if something, Lord forbid, was to happen to them, I would be very much hurt, as if it would be a human. No, I've never heard, but I'm sure it has been, where people have actually had funerals for animals, and that's wonderful. But like I said, losing any family, your grandmother, your mother, your father, the feeling is not good. It's very extreme, and in order to feel it or understand it, you would almost literally have to go through it. Cause, man, it does hurt. That is one thing that when I lose people and I think about that, I think sometimes I'd be like, well, maybe they're better off. And because the world that we live in, because if you think about it and if we look at it, life is all about unexpectation. Everything that happens in life is unexpected, most things. And death is one of the most unexpected. There's some deaths that we see before us and we can predict it, and we want, those, that's different, but it still hurts us the same. But whether we live in life day to day, we all live to die. And always remember that when these people that are so important, or animals, or leave our lives, always remember that God needed them. I mean, he did. And that's one thing that kind of makes me feel better is that they're in a better place because the world that we live in right now is fucked up. I mean, it's better that they no longer have to live in this society that we live in. So it's like lucky for them because they no longer have to live in this confused, judgmental society where everyone has to have image over personality. And it's like sometimes I wonder if they're lucky, not the way that they might have passed away may not be lucky, but lucky as far as having to live in this everyday life that we can't explain it. And I've lost a lot of people. And I used to ask God, I needed them. And why would you take them out of my life? Why would you take them from me? And I think that's a question that we all ask, like why? But God wants you to ask them why. So it's okay to ask them why. And there's no expiration on when you start to stop thinking about that person because in reality, you could think about them every day. Just always remember that, what good things they did, even if they were as mean as hell. I'm sure that the meanest person in the world has some good qualities and that they had family too, and that we all have a season. And I would question God, and He would often smile to me, and He'd say, it's okay to cry, but I needed them more so than you. And He told me that even though I took them from you, and I needed them, I'm still here with you. So just when I understood that, I also understood that there's a time and a place and a season for everything. Like life is all about timing. Like without timing, there's not a lot of things that we could do because every day is timing. So you know that when we're all born to die, and that's kind of scary because we know this, but you don't know how you're gonna die. You don't know the hour, you don't know the time, and that's the thing. So you try to live life abundantly, as they say. And then for those that are gone, you know, you say here and you say, well, what can I do? You know, because I don't want to ever forget them. And I'm like that because I don't want to forget the ones, and you can't, especially if they were someone that meant a whole lot to you. You can't just forget about them. But you don't ever forget because they may be gone, but they're never forgotten. So what do you do to try to heal yourself from thinking about that person? Let's say, like I said, I've lost a lot of people in many ways, in multi ways, and at my lovely age of 48, I realized that life is not guaranteed, and that the ones that I have lost, I lost my father, and that took a big chunk out of my life. I felt like, um, he fought a lot in his time because he was living with a disease of sickle cell thalassemia that actually did not take his life. He actually passed away from strokes and repeated strokes, while everyone was thinking it would be the sickle cell. So that's another thing that my point is that you just never know how one's going to die because he was always sick. So when a person is always in and out the hospital and they're born with a disease that eventually is supposed to kill them by a certain age, and he lived past that age. And so he did not die from sickle cell because why? Life is unexpected. So just because a person is sick doesn't mean that's the way they're going to die. So when they're gone, we're left on earth here to pick up the pieces, because it's hard to bury the ones you love because oh man, I'm not going to see you no more. Pictures and memories become essential, you know, because now that picture that you had on the wall that really you didn't look at every day because they were here and now they're gone. And then you have to figure out, how do I pick up these pieces? Well, like I said, I'm not a judge, I'm not a genie in the bottle, I'm none of those things. But for me, I picked up the pieces by, I would do things like make collages, like take a bunch of pictures of that person and just put them all on the wall, or maybe Some people like to get rid of certain clothing because you know they're trying to get past it, and I get it. I don't. So for me, I had T-shirts made, but I wore them. And what I realized is that when I lost another individual in my life, is that I had a T-shirt with her name, I mean, with her face on it, me and her face, and I wore that shirt for like a month straight. And for like a month after she died, and a couple months after that, I couldn't figure out why I was continuing to cry because I was carrying the pain with me. You know what I mean? I was carrying that with me day in and day out. And so what I decided to do, because I wanted to also be at peace, was I hung the shirt up and I could look at it instead of wearing the sadness. I could look at it and reflect on what of a good person she was. Welcome to the studio, Boogie Nights. If you like to say where you from and how you doing tonight, that'd be great. If not, you can just stay in and you can listen. That'd be cool for me too. So what I was saying is gone but never forgotten. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just about to try to merge that call. I don't know if that was done on purpose or was you just wanted to communicate. If you want to call back, feel free. I'll take the call. I was moving slow. And all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and invite you into the call. All right. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I am doing all right. How are you doing this evening?
Oh man, positive energy all around the place, man. I'm Boogie Nights.
Oh,
That's the way you go.
I like that. Boogie Nights. I like how you said that. Is there a meaning behind that name? Boogie Nights.
I like Studio 54. I like Mark Wahlberg, and it's
Oh,
the first handle I came up when I first handle I came up with when I started podcasting myself.
oh, I like that. That's wonderful. Where you from?
Fort Wayne, Indiana. How about yourself?
Ooh, Columbia, Missouri.
Columbia,
Missouri.
Missouri.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, that's
That
a
is.
ways away, man. We're reaching
I,
all over
I,
the place, aren't we?
yeah, all over. So yeah, I was supposed to actually be on Pod at 6 p.m., but my internet was hating on me, so
Ah,
I
man, you
decided
just
to do it a
gotta do
little
your own
later.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I was doing, just
Hell yeah.
speaking on that. And I appreciate you calling. It just got me big grins over here.
Hell yeah. I love smiles, man. Gotta have
I do.
smiles all over the place.
That's right. Positive smiles, positive energy, positive days, positive nights.
So Boogie Nights is positive all the time.
I
Or
can feel
most of the time.
positive.
Most of the time. Everybody
Yeah,
has the days.
that's all of us. Yeah. 95% of the time we try to be that. Stay
Yeah.
there.
I mean, just the only reason I'm here is because my old cousin, man, he passed away. He was kind of a troll back in the day on the network, and I'm sure
Hmm.
whatever the case may be, but he passed away, and God bless him.
Yes, God bless him. How long has it been?
Week.
A week. I'm sorry.
He and I lost touch and ground with each other about 2 years ago.
Yeah, but
He
it's
just went
still.
out of control. Yeah, but it's just
Um,
it's what it is. It is, you know. I'm not.
you know,
We had a good celebration of life and everything else. And about a
that's the
month and a half ago, before he passed away, so it'd be about 2 months ago, he and I reconnected, and we're having
uh,
positive vibes with each other. And so,
but that's beautiful. That's always a remarkable thing because then you can reflect back on that. Like, yeah, we did do this, and we did that. You got to always remember even the positive, and sometimes because people are not perfect. So you be like,
no,
yeah,
absolutely, I'm far from perfect, young lady. That is
so
for sure.
I
So.
just try my best not to forget, but just don't stay there too long,
No,
because you still have to
absolutely not. No,
reflect.
and it's just you know, is what it is, man. You got to move on, and realization of life. That's one thing. I
Yes,
mean, he
I
was
like.
he was not that. I'm 41 years old. He was 46,
Mm-hmm.
but
Oh,
he drank himself to death.
oh, yeah.
So
Oh,
there's a difference in
yeah. because he
I
kind of
mean,
could have had kind of a choice. Because
right,
maybe
but
he would have
he
stopped drinking.
well, and
Maybe.
that's kind of why we lost our purpose together is, as being a co-host of because we were drunken cousins to start with.
Um. Yeah.
And that's how it all started. And at one point in time, we were in like the top 8, but that was way back when Podbean first started in
Hmm.
2020 during the end of the world and whatnot.
Right. Right.
And but for years before that, we had talked about we'd be on the phone with each other every weekend, just cutting it up, laughing at each other, just cracking
Yeah.
jokes, and we're just like, man, we need to do a podcast. We need to do a
Hmm.
podcast. And so finally, it got to the point where I got furloughed from my place of employment.
All right.
And I was like, I got the time. Let's go. Let's do it.
Right.
So I found this platform and met so many great people. And now I'm meeting you for the first time.
Yeah, I know. I feel the same way. I mean, so many people, and I met you, and it just makes me because you just meet people from everywhere, and I just love voices and hearing people talk and express yourself because everybody deserves to say something. No one should be silent.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. And I mean, it's grown. It's grown for me in my life. And I haven't met the people. If not for him, I would have met some of the greatest friends, like personal friends. There's 3 of them I can list off the top of my head right now that
Mhm.
are real close personal friends because we all do a show together.
Wow.
And I mean, but everybody else, I mean, man, talk about a great group of people. You always gonna have those trolls on the
Yeah.
internet. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
where you go, what you do, what.
Yeah. You,
So,
you can't stop that, but you just keep stopping your emotion and keep doing what you're doing, and they can't stop you. You're
oh,
going
absolutely.
great at what you do. So that right there is a winner. And I'm gonna follow you too, so
Oh,
I
thank
can.
you, thank you. I've lost my account like twice, so I should have like 500 followers. I was
Mhm.
only like, I don't know. You might make like number 50, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I'm
I
I'm
don't even close to that. I'm just getting started, but you're still doing it, so that's the A plus.
Oh no, it's just you get blocked and banned with haters
Yeah.
and things like that,
Oh,
and
yeah.
there's ways around that, and if you got friends and things like that, you know where you're at. But I'm part of the Joe Antonio show. We're hitting
Okay.
numbers, doing great.
I'm
So,
gonna have to check that out.
oh, absolutely. It's you like Howard Stern?
Yep, I do. I do.
We are Howard Stern's illegitimate child.
So that's what you're
we
what?
are we are Howard
Oh,
Stern's illegitimate child.
I am so gonna check that. I had it right there. That's hey,
He's called in and gave us a shout out.
really?
Yep,
How did it make
100%.
you feel?
Pretty dope. And
I bet.
Mike Bichetti from the Howard Stern Show called in and gave me a personal happy birthday here a few weeks
Oh, I
ago.
bet that made you feel really
Oh
special.
man,
That is
no
excellent.
joke, man.
No, for
I'm
real.
I'm not even making money doing this. It's fun, and I like
Mhm.
entertaining people, making them smile. So
Yes,
that's
that's
what
my
life's
go.
about, man. Smiles.
Exactly. Smile. That is, you said it perfectly. I enjoy that. That was wonderful. Boogie Nights.
So what are you guys all about? Your normal show that you're on.
I do just different topics.
Yep.
Like I said, I just started. So the last couple topics I've had in the last 7 days has been, relationships and different aspects of that. And then what else did I do? Boundaries with your family members,
Oh yeah.
and
All right.
and yeah. So I just been starting with that. I'm 48 years old, and I'm just trying. I like to talk a lot.
Me too. Me too.
We have that.
So I don't know. Well, you want to shoot out a topic and we talk about it? What's up?
Well, God, sure, give me one,
No,
and
you
we
give
could
me
just.
one. It's your show.
You're right. Let's talk about. Let me think of something. Um, what about? Are
I
you in a
don't do
relationship?
race,
No,
politics, or religion.
no, I agree. Are you in a relationship? What
I
about?
am not. I am not.
What
No.
about? Is being single mean lonely?
Not anymore at this point in time.
No, I don't. I don't. I mean, do you take that sometimes? So, you're
Oh
not in a
yeah,
relationship?
yeah. No, I do. I'm not in a relationship. I went through a very bad one. I got
Mm-hmm.
drugged through court and things
Oh,
like that to find out the child wasn't mine. Joe Antonio and my crew, all my homies, they were
oh,
there for it, and
you had some
that
good.
was a nightmare. I was taking care of a woman through a pregnancy, and up to 3 months after the child was born, just to find out,
It wasn't yours.
Scarlet Rose wasn't mine. So I mean, I'm very
Beautiful.
guarded on relationships,
That I can
and
understand. Go
so
ahead.
I just stay away from them. To be honest, and I've felt much happier, to be honest, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking care of myself now,
Yeah.
and I'm building positive relationships, not only like on the internet. Like that's part of my life because it's
Mm-hmm.
part of my job at this point in time in my life,
Yes.
doing the podcast, things like that. But outside in the real world
Yes.
and learning how to, I guess, live again,
Yes.
as it
Oh, I
were.
know that. Yep.
I was at
Yep.
one point in time. I mean, I've been through it all,
Me
if
too.
you want to call it that. And I don't mean it as a cliche,
Mm-hmm.
but when I was 24, I got together with a 42-year-old lady
Uh,
whom had a 13-year-old daughter in a bad
mm-hmm.
relationship. They divorced, and so I helped raise that family,
Yeah.
if that makes
At
sense. And then
24.
I was 24, she was 42.
Oh my.
Tabitha was 13. The
Pretty
father
mature.
was the father was 10 years older than her,
Oh. Oh
and he
my.
was a very abusive, and so they divorced. Obviously, I wasn't
Yeah.
there for the divorce, but I was there to help pick up the pieces.
Right. Of a broken
As
heart
a
and men.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Wow.
you know,
So you went in with good intentions.
right, right, and nothing bad happened. It wasn't a bad ending to the relationship. It was just you know,
It ran its course.
I, yeah, I
Yeah.
bought my home at one point, and she supported me through that. I supported her through all her yada yada yada, her
Right.
divorce, and getting all that stuff together. And we were at that point one time where I was like, "What are we gonna do? Are we gonna sell your house and fix mine up and sell it and go wherever, or sell
Right.
mine, throw more money into yours,
Mm-hmm.
and go do whatever?" And it just never really culminated. And it
Oh
just
yeah.
got to the point where she was like, well, I just don't really want to get married anymore because Tabitha loved her to death. She went on and got married,
Oh
college degree, the daughter.
yeah. So like yeah, yeah,
And I mean, it's just so, I mean, I did my good part in life, I think.
yeah. You did. I agree
And
with you.
so after that, that was in 2018 when that ended. And so I kind of did my little whore thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That little phase.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Go
Right.
around and play.
Exactly.
And then I ran into the uh, the issue, as it were, where
Mm. The
is it my
issue. Huh?
baby or not? And
Oh. Mm.
so that went on for a little over a year, obviously,
Yeah. Yeah.
about a year and a half. And after that was all said and done, I tried to get. I was like, oh, let's go right back into the dating game. I'm like, no, let's
Take a
boogie
break.
nights. let's calm down. Let's get
Hmm.
ourselves straightened out.
Yeah,
And so that's the path, I'm on
that you've
now.
been. I
It's going
understand.
great.
'Cause, yeah, like I get it. I've been out of a relationship for like going on 6 months. I'm over it, like over it as far as the crying and healing as a woman. Now with this particular individual, I like to, I like to dress up. I like to wear certain things, and I sometimes, to me, the insecurities that he carried enabled the relationship really bad. Like he, instead of upgrading my beauty, he downplayed it. And then,
What do you mean by that? What do
well,
you,
he would
I
tell
guess,
me like, well, I don't like how you wearing your hair, and I would, I might have had this hairstyle when I met you, or I don't like that outfit because people are looking at you, and it's not like it's provocative. Um, to me, that was
but
one
you're a
building
good
his
looking lady. You're dressing yourself up. You're like, look at me, showcasing yourself, proud of
exactly.
yourself.
You would
And
think that the person you with would like that, but he was opposite.
exactly, that's
He
an
was
insecurity on
the
that
opposite.
dude's side. Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. And a lot of people was on more or less on the outside looking in, and they could just notice it, like that guy's insecure. Like he would mean mug people in the store. So it got to a point where I was like, I'm not finna go to this shit. And it was getting to
What are you
be
supposed to wear
aggressive,
pajamas and sweatpants for the rest of your life?
just like a nun. I don't know what the hell,
Uh.
but it wasn't gonna happen. But we definitely did not make it. We were together about a year and a half, before I just started letting the rooster out the bag because, and then the language, he started, calling me names or, well, what the hell's wrong with you? So I didn't appreciate that. So for me, and previous relationships hasn't been that great. But for me, I just been as you've been doing, getting to know myself and loving myself. Thank you so much, and loving myself because that is the best medicine for me right now. And if I so happen to meet someone, that'd be wonderful. But for now, I'm driving my own, and I'm the driver, and I'm in control. So it works out better for me that way. Because a lot of selfish people, they think about themselves first, and then later, after you done bit my neck off, now you want me to say, hey, no, now I gotta heal. So, OJ28 enter the studios. So, I'll give you a warm welcome. I don't know what just happened here. Oh, claps. I'm sorry. Yes, me and Boogie Nights was in here speaking on relationships. So, if you have anything to say, feel free to tap in. You could leave a message in the message box, or you can just sit back and continue to listen as we continue to talk, because we don't mind you listening.
Sorry about that.
Voices is always.
My
Oh, you're fine.
my cat was going
So
nuts.
you have a cat? I like
Oh yeah.
cats. I have a cat and two dogs.
Oh nice. What kind of dogs you got?
Well, this may sound funny. I don't know. They're both ankle biters, so
Oh, little tiny
I
ones.
don't know. Little tiny little Chase, you love to bark for hours, and the cat. I love cats. What kind of cat you have?
Oh, it's a. I guess you call it a rescue. I don't
Oh,
know. It's a
okay.
tiger stripe, like gray. I work in a feed mill, like out
Oh,
in the
okay.
country.
Hmm.
It's I'm basically a. Are you? Am I allowed to curse?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm basically a fucking farmer.
Okay, well, fucking farmers get it done.
Yeah. It's-
Yeah.
we
Thank you.
wear we wear Carhartts because a lot of people wear Carhartts until it's time to do Carhartt shit.
Hmm.
But and now here she goes. She's nuts. She showed up out of the female, and
Hmm.
she was just a little thing, and now she's driving me nuts
They're so lovable. That's what they
all the
want to be.
time.
When they
Yep.
want to
No.
be lovable, they are. When they don't
Oh
want to be
yeah.
bothered, they can be
No, she
really
likes to.
lovable.
Yeah, she likes to sleep on my neck. I'm like, this bitch is gonna kill me.
Yes, they love that next shit. But that's how we're like, I love you. You.
Yeah, I'm gonna love you forever and
Oh yeah,
ever, and
yeah. Like like the difference between with my dogs and cats. She gets along with both of them, but it's so funny because when I come home, my dogs will be like so happy to see me. They'll be like, "You're back, you're back, you're back," and my cat she'll just be like, "Bitch." She'll be like, "Meow." She don't greet me or nothing. She'll walk right past me and walk out the door.
Yep.
Like
Clean my box.
I don't care. You don't clean my cat litter, please. Thank you.
Yep.
Goodbye. And that
Very
is what
true.
they do. So yeah.
You've got a pretty. I like your voice. Do you like to sing?
No, I wish I could sing though. Thank you.
What do you mean?
I mean,
You can
I like to
sing
sing, but I
so
can't sing.
well.
If I could sing, I wish I could though. But thank you.
Ah, come on.
Thank. I really, I'm so terrible at singing. But only to myself. Be like the windows are cracking. You be like, oh
And I
shit, stop,
don't want you
please.
to take this the wrong way.
I won't.
Are you a dude or a chick?
I'm totally a chick.
All right, because it's sexy as
Can you
fuck, and
not
I don't
see
want
my
to be.
picture?
I don't want to be hitting on to some dude. That's all.
I understand. I believe it or not, I get asked that a lot. Like over like talking, not in person, because
Well, maybe.
But
Wait. We're in a whole new world now. Do you identify as a?
yes, a woman.
Okay, you have the proper parts. All right. Because
Yes.
I've been asking
Yeah,
all my friends what LGBTQ and whatnot means, and nobody would give me a straight answer.
yeah. I was gonna do a show on that, but I have to get a little more knowledge on that.
Well, it was a
I don't
bad joke because
I just said it's a bad joke.
no, I did bad joke. Nobody would give me a straight answer.
Oh, I get it. Duh, I didn't catch on. I'm like, give
I
me a
love it. You
straight.
snort when you laugh. That's sexy as
Oh,
fuck.
thank you. Oh man, this is the fun.
So,
So
anyway, yeah, man. So you
yeah,
got two ankle biters and a cat.
yeah,
What kind of?
yeah.
Any idea what kind of cat it is?
Hold on,
It's
calico.
it's it's calico.
That's what I was told.
How do
And
you?
I didn't know that. I probably had her 6, 7 months before I knew what kind of
Okay,
cat she was. A
that's
cat.
this one's been here for 6 7 months now. Legit.
Hmm.
October, and it's I just call it cat.
You know what's
I
funny?
don't know.
That's what my kid's name is. Cat. I just call it cat.
JC,
Cat.
JC, just cat.
Just cat. And will respond to cats.
Well,
Meow.
this one actually showed up at the farm, went to the warehouse manager's house, did not get along with the other cats, which I was supposed to get. Like, I was like, no, I'm taking this cat, and I'll bring a carrier in tomorrow. Just throw him in the store.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, that's fine. And I came back the next day with my carrier. He's like, well, me and my girlfriend had a conversation, and she really likes it, so we're gonna take it.
Gonna go
I'm
ahead and
like,
take the cat.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, that's cool, so long as it's got a home.
Yeah.
And then a month later, he's like, yeah, you remember that cat? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, it's got issues. What are you talking about?
Right.
It doesn't get along with other cats, like in homes.
Mm.
Like this, it's a
Right.
single cat family.
Doesn't want to be around
Like,
other cats
nope,
beating up everybody.
It was peeing. No, it was peeing all over the
No.
place. Like
Oh, like let me about
territorial,
you. Yeah.
weird stuff, and then like anxiety, like scratching her neck wrong. Raw.
Oh,
And I'm like, dude, I will take her. I have
yeah.
no cats. Let's bring her
It'd
to
be
me.
perfect. Yeah.
And so I got her to the vet, got all the cream she needed, got her neck all fixed, and she doesn't pee all over the place. And she's just a cool cat, man.
She's a happy,
And
cool
she,
cat.
yeah, and she loves loving on me, which is cool.
And it's you and her. That's what she likes.
Yep.
Yep. Perfect owner. Perfect cat.
Wow. We we uh went off on a tangent from. I guess it is relationships.
Yeah, I mean,
So
relationship with your animals. If something happened to my animals, I would be so hurt. It's like people too. Like especially when you have them for an extended time for years and years. And I've had my animals since I want to say 10 years or better.
nice. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm happy, but I mean, it's coming to be that time too. Unfortunately, I had my Duster showed up in 2000. He lived 13 years. Cat just showed
Really?
up at my house. Yep, and it was about a year, a little over a year before I was like, man, all right, I'll take a cat.
Right. Before you was able to have another animal.
Yeah,
I don't
companion,
know how long
as
it
it
would be.
were.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It would probably take me about a year or so before I can get another animal to not necessarily take place of that particular animal, but to, kind of fill that void.
Yeah, and that's kind of I'm kind of just using her as a treating her like I did my first animal, which is kind of rude.
Hmm.
I'm going to throw it out there because I was not an animal. Because I've had animals live and die my entire life,
Right.
and so when Duster showed up, I'm like, ah, that's cool. He can stay. He's a mouser, but I'm not buying a carbon monoxide detector. It's going to be him.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they let you know, right?
Well,
Well, I mean,
the way I did it for the first year was like, well, if my furnace works, I'm going to turn it on before work. Leave the cat, and if I come home and the cat's dead, I know I got a carbon monoxide leak. It's a dick move, but everybody at work yelled at me. I was like, all right, I'll start being more compassionate.
just be a little more nice.
Yeah.
But
And
well, that's still a funny story. So, what is the time in your city?
oh, it is 1:51 a.m.
It is 12:51 a.m. here
in Missouri.
in Missouri. Show me state. Tell me something good about your city, real quick. That you
Oh, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Gotta love it.
and what you like about Fort Wayne, Indiana. Like if
Something
there's,
good about Fort Wayne, Indiana. I mean, I'm alive.
I've
I
never been
survived
there.
it. Uh,
Yes.
it's not a bad place to be. We have Coney Island has been around for 151 years.
Mm-hmm. That's
I
good
mean,
food.
Fort Wayne is named after Fort Wayne
Yeah.
during the uh, Miami Indians and like Civil War shit.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, it's kind of cool. Um,
Sounds cool.
we've got the Tin Caps, a bunch of cool sports. I
Okay.
mean, nothing major except for
Oh,
me, of course.
right. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, sure. You're made. Well, in Missouri, we got Show Me State, Show Me Games. The major college, MU, um, and actually, the people. I mean, you know, I'm great because I am me, but the people in the city in Columbia,
Right?
weird. They're just a little weird, but we're a cool city. We got a couple. It's not huge, but it's big enough to where you'll probably know pretty much see the same person twice,
Right.
maybe
So
three times at
you
Walmart or
live in
something.
Missouri. So you're in what city in
Hmm.
Missouri?
Columbia.
Oh, Columbia.
It's
Columbia
like,
University. All right.
yeah, Columbia, and it's all
It's
right little
kind of a
city.
big deal.
It's growing. It's kind of a big deal. Not really, but kind of, you know. But yeah, and can't think of any events that we have going on here. So,
So what do you
uh,
do for a living?
yes. Actually, I work for a hotline for the mental health, and then I also
Nice.
write books. I'm self-published. I've self-published 7 books. It's black literature, drugs, sex, addiction. I mean, there's always light in the tunnel. And I just have a book signing coming up in August. I'm 48. I have 3 daughters, 31, 21, and 19, and 2 grandsons, 5,
Yeah,
and
you
then
had to
three
think
more.
about the last one. You're like, shit. What is-
Yeah, I be forgetting
that.
the age cruncher. But yeah, but I'm pretty just laid back, you know, pretty much.
So, what's your
And I
book?
pop. What all? I have 7 of them. They could be bought like eBay. I mean, let's just say eBay. What the hell?
eBay?
They could be bought. They could be bought on eBay.
Yeah, I'll
They could
buy
be bought.
the. It's been read 4 times. I'll just go to a public library and steal it.
Go to the library and steal the damn book. They could be bought. You can type in my name like Lavonda Marshall, and all my shit will pop up. It's 7 books. You got my Barnes and Nobles and Amazon.
Could you spell that for Levon?
Oh yeah, I spell it. Then you could like when you type my name in, like everything about me pretty much will pop up.
Right, but I Levon Marshall?
Lavonda.
Levon, could you spell it out for me?
Yeah, I'm putting it on the screen. Oh, I spell it out to you for LAVONNDAMARSHALL. Lavonda Marshall.
Okay, I got Lavonda.
Yep.
Slower now. It's been a long time since I went to
Lavonda.
Lavonda. Since I've
Yeah.
been to college. Marshall. Like
Yep. Like Marshall's the
The
store.
store?
Like Marshall's the store. Not related. Just the same common last name. But it has been absolutely beautiful, fun, and just wonderful talking to you and hear your voice. So I am going to pass off, but I
Oh,
will
no
be
way,
back.
man. I had more to get to.
What do you want to talk about?
I mean, I
What do
want
you
to
want?
talk about addiction. You were talking about addiction. I'm a former
Oh,
addict.
in some of my books. Yeah, some of my characters have addictions in my books. But
Well,
it's
I'm a
not a whole.
former.
Well, tell me
I
about it.
Oh man, I used to spend a lot of time on Taylor, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Mad Anthony Brewing. Gotta love that.
Yeah.
Check that out. That's one thing Fort Wayne has. A
Is what
standard.
Taylor? You said Taylor
Mad
Port? Oh, Mad what?
Mad Anthony Brewing Company.
Mad Anthony Brewing Company.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on Taylor and downtown Fort Wayne. I used to smoke crack
And Jason is what? What's Jason's?
adjacent to that
What?
place.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, got
In
you.
a in an apartment complex, hanging
Hmm.
out. So
And then I just started
I
hanging
mean
out.
that's a story. We could get into it at one point in time. I was on America's Most Wanted once.
Yeah, we could get into it if you want to. I don't mind. I can ask you some questions. You can tell me about it because now I'm
Hey,
intrigued. Well, Slot entered the studio. Welcome to the studio, Slot. And if you just want to give a shout out to me where you're coming from, or if you just want to sit down and just listen to me and Boogie Nights speak, you're more than welcome. If you feel like you want to call in, you can do that as well. Okay, you can continue, Boogie Nights.
when I was running from the cops at one point in time, I
Mm-hmm.
was reported dead.
Oh my.
Yeah, and so they were looking for my dead body. I mean, we're talking this 20-year-old story, but I mean,
Mm-hmm. It's your story.
maybe maybe it could help somebody out there.
Yeah. And so,
So,
how long would you you said crack?
oh yeah, I tried
How
it
long?
once. I tried it once for 2 years.
Mm-hmm. So you
Yeah,
tried it once every year, or you did it for 2 years?
yeah,
Like
for
one.
2 years. I tried it once for 2 years.
Okay, got you. Okay. And so, what made you say? fuck this, I'm done.
I didn't want to die, and the girl I was with at the time left me for the dealer,
Oh.
and I was staring down at my heart trying to sleep one time at like 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yeah, you really can't sleep on crack. And I was staring down at myself and watching my heart beat out of my chest. I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
you're gonna die if you keep living this life.
Yeah, you made a good
And
decision.
so,
Well, did you know that your friend Slide said he knows you in knows you in the studio? Slot.
I don't know this person.
You don't? Oh, they said they
Oh, Scott. Scott. I know
Scott.
Scott. Yeah, I
Scott, what
know
are you?
Scott.
I was saying slot. I'm
Yeah, I know
sorry, slot.
Scott.
Forgive me. I was saying your name wrong. I'm glad. See, look at that. This is Scott. I was saying your name wrong. So Scott, thank you for coming to the studio. I was saying slot.
No, Scott's a good friend. Yeah, he's a real good friend.
Yeah. All right. Let's just invite Scott. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
He's gonna. Oh,
Hey.
damn it.
What?
Scott, are you gonna write me up? He's
I'm
gonna
not
write
gonna
me
write
up.
you up on someone else's show.
All
She's
right,
not
he's
gonna go for
HR.
it.
It sounded
He's
like you were behaving anyway.
all right. Well, all right, ma'am. Scott is HR on another show that I'm part of, The
Oh,
Pulse.
I have to follow. I just started
Uh,
following Scott too.
yeah. Normally Scott writes me up, but
Oh, come on.
no, it's just giving a life story, man.
Yeah, and
She writes books about addiction, things like that. So I thought
Oh,
I could
wow.
contribute.
so I'm still listening. What more do you want to tell me? Because I'm very much intrigued.
I was telling her about how I was on America's Most Wanted and was reported dead at one point in time, and the reason I quit smoking crack and things like that.
And that was good that you did. Because now
So
you can look back on. Oh, go ahead.
I was
Oh,
waiting for Scott to yell at me.
I was no, you didn't said anything. My gosh,
saying positive stuff. Like, yeah,
now you're
you can
picking
look
on
back and
me.
reflect on
No, I'm not picking on you, Scott. I love you, man. You know that. Introduce yourselves to each other, man. This is Scott from the Pulse, man.
Yeah.
This is Lavonda. You see the Lavonda from Missouri, Columbia, Missouri.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. Right in the middle.
right in the middle. You said it.
Yeah.
And you from where are you from? Same place Boogie Nights is from?
No, no, I'm
Nope.
from Tucson, Arizona.
Truth. Oh, you said that. You said that. Yes. Wow. It's hot down there, huh?
Yeah, it's a little warm. We're about maybe a little over 100 lately.
Ooh.
So
Yeah. Well, we've been pretty high. We've been like 98, 97. So yeah, I know. I don't. I mean, hot is hot shit. After a while, you get used to it.
I've been
So
hot my whole life, but the temperature here is like 88.
yeah, me too. Been hot, man. But I don't know about my whole life. I don't think I was hot as a child. I don't think I was. I think I had to grow into, the glow up. I think I had to be part of the glow up game. Then finally, it was like, oh, okay, blossomed to something kind of, kind of nice.
yep. I
So
used to be the shortest kid, like until 10th grade, and then you couldn't tell me apart from anybody else.
you took a growth spurt, phew, shot up.
Yeah, like literally like probably like 4 inches in a summer.
You,
Like it was dramatic. Literally like people like I used like I had people come up to me, oh, you're so cute, like my whole entire life, and then like then then, then I lost all that attention and didn't get any at all, right?
Right? It's kind of like when it was.
that sucks. But
It's okay because when you're a grown adult, you don't want to be short, and I'm not short now,
No, no, you
but
don't. And how old are you? You're so little. Like you're so little. Like, damn it, I don't like being this short.
right.
Well,
No,
it's
I just remember like it was like ninth grade, I think. Maybe it was eighth grade. There was finally a kid in the school who was shorter than me, and
It's like yes.
he was like he had the
he
tinies. That's all I have to say.
he hated you. He hated you. You're like son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
I mean, it's like Lavonda. When I was growing up, it's like I like older ladies, and I really do. That's kind of my thing. Obviously, I was with
Yeah.
a 42-year-old when I was 22 or 24,
Yeah. To
and
be
it's
very
just it's
mature.
the
That
ladies
makes you
were
like them young too.
right. I'm saying, and so I mean now,
It didn't make you feel no type of way that she was older.
no, no, absolutely not. But I mean, when I was attracted to an older lady, like when I finally hooked up with who I liked, before that, they're like, "Oh, you're so cute. You're such a baby." I'm like, "Well, why don't you fucking breastfeed me then?"
Breastfeed me then if I'm such a baby. I'm a little thirsty. I'm
Yeah,
hungry.
come on.
How old were you?
I was 24 and she was 42, and we were together for 11 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
11 years of probably simplicity in your head too, probably,
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
or at least part
I,
of it.
Some of it.
well,
Mhm.
I am simple, but I don't know what
Because
that means.
I had a long marriage. I got married young, and I'd say probably 75-80% of the first part was
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just was wonderful. People hate when I say that, but
No, they do.
they
That's
do
No,
know what I mean.
exactly
I
what it was
mean,
with my
it's true.
relationship.
Yeah. I mean,
75 to 80% of it was awesome.
Right.
yeah. Not with my last relationship. I've never been married, but my last relationship, I'm gonna say it was not it was not. But I guess I just didn't get that lucky. But I haven't been married yet, or never even close to. So
Oh,
yeah, not yet.
well, too good. Not yet.
One
Too
day, I'm
soon.
assuming. Well, I just haven't met that person. I'm assuming,
Oh,
or I would have been connected, perhaps, maybe. I don't know.
hmm.
Mm-hmm. But I'm okay with being single. So, with you being unmarried now, are you single? Are you involved, Scott?
I've been married twice, and I have been single for gosh, like 2 years now.
Okay. So, single or a Pringle, like both of us.
Single
Yeah,
like a Pringle, ready to mingle.
I,
Yeah.
my problem with that is like I'll meet people and like I'll meet great ladies and I'll talk to
Hmm.
them and hang out with them and do that kind of thing. But like um, I just bury myself in my work, and I have kids from
Hmm.
my previous marriages, and I bury myself in that, and I just don't want to interfere with other people's lives, and that's probably a personal problem of mine. But like, if someone tells me, they're busy or they're doing this, I just don't want to. I don't want to, you know, push them off the tracks to because I want to have a partner. I guess you could say.
Right. I
But
understand
like,
that. I don't
I
think you necessarily
want
pushed him out
people
the
to.
way.
Yeah, I don't want to be like connected to somebody, right? And I might find that person where I'll go screw that, I guess,
Hmm.
Right, but
and I'll just do it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
right now, just like me, Scott.
Yeah.
I'm donezo. I mean,
That's I'm with you guys. I'm trying to. figure. I mean, I'm loving me, and I have children too, but they're much older. So jumping into a relationship, like you said, I'll go hang out and do whatever. But now when you start talking that other shit, unless it's the person that I have met somebody that I know, like, yo, we definitely are compatible and we definitely can help each other grow. And I could definitely, because I don't want to be like crowding nobody's space. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
See.
because
Right.
they can definitely take a relationship to 10 to 0. Like, I believe that every man and every woman should allow their partner to breathe. I mean, if you got trust, unless
Right.
y'all both like being under each other 24/7 and you don't want to breathe, well, then to me, we'll start getting on each other's nerves. Like, shit, go somewhere. Go
Right.
walk around. Go do something. Let me miss your ass for a little bit. You're here every day. We work together. We sleep together. Disappear for a couple hours. Shit. Let me miss you, but I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
So
know.
I
Uh,
guess this is my question to both you guys, Scotty, you and Lavada. Uh, I damn, calm down. I know your name. I don't really. Uh, are you guys okay? Throw this out there. Friends with benefits. Anybody cool with that shit?
You know,
DTF.
oh, maybe not
um,
that.
DTF.
yeah, maybe
Friends
take
with
that.
benefits.
The
One night
front.
Yeah.
stands.
No, I
Friends
So
don't
with
do.
benefits.
I don't. I
so
don't. I don't do the one night stands. I just what it said, one night stand. I ain't got time to just be laying on my back for one night and no
Right.
feeling attached. I just don't. And friends with benefits, because see what happens with that, you start quoting it as friends with benefits and feelings start getting
Now you get
attached. But then
feelings. Yeah.
you've been friends with benefits, and now he's catching an attitude or she's catching an attitude, because it doesn't work that way. Just we're not even finna do the friends with benefits. We're not finna do none of this shit.
No, no, no.
Come
I'm
on.
not talking about us or anybody on
No, I know
Clubhouse.
not
It's just
us. I'm saying
yeah.
in general. Yeah. No, not I know that part. What do you think, Scott?
um, I normally just say no to that.
Yeah. That's where
Yeah.
I'm at. I mean,
Yeah.
you think about it hard though. I mean, we got that opportunity.
I get. Yeah. No, I get.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten a few that have basically said, "Well, I like you, but I just don't have time for this," and it's like I get thrown off of that conversation right there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't even
Yeah.
have to go further. Like I want to do
Yeah.
this with you. Um, it's like I was gonna say, like, I've been married twice, and both of those marriages were to, you know, ladies that I felt that if I had nothing and that they would be happy if I was pitching a tent, right? Not like like out in a field somewhere. They'd be
Yeah.
happy with like, oh, we're together. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Like that never happened, and that was never a thing. But that's for a guy, that's a lot of security.
Yeah.
That's a lot of security to know no matter what happens, that person's there for you. It's a
Yeah.
confidence booster. It makes you feel good, makes you want to do more, it makes you want to
Yeah.
provide more, it makes you want to build up both of your lives at the same time like a
Yeah.
skyscraper. Um,
Yeah.
so when at this age,
Yeah. I
there's
mean, I'm
Yeah.
41. She's
like we may all agree
Motivation.
in here, but out
yeah.
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
there ain't a lot like that going on with people
It's
our age.
not. You're right. Yeah. That
And a
was
lot
very
of
well.
us are too scared to even strike up a conversation like that because we don't want to hear what crazy people have to say to us.
Exactly.
Oh no, I'm not
Yeah.
scared. I mean,
It's not really scary. Just
Yes, yeah,
we don't want to indulge in all that. Like, shut the
yeah.
fuck up. I don't know what you're gonna say. What the
I don't
hell?
want to have to hear weird stuff from people.
Yeah.
Like if I say something true from the heart and they shout it down or they change it into something about themselves,
Yeah. Oh, I
it's
hate
like,
that.
man, sorry, I feel like I wasted that and I actually was feeling it. So
Right.
You know,
And that
that's a
just got thrown out the
go
water.
that
Yeah.
circles
What do you
back
mean
to
by
the
that, Scott?
what?
When you say something true from the heart and they shoot it down, and
Well, because at this age, we talk candid about breaking people's
Hmm.
hearts.
right?
Yes.
Okay, I've never broken a heart.
That you know of.
Right. I guess there's that. I guess there's that.
I mean, because
I have.
like it's like if you tell somebody, I like you and I like spending time with you, and at our age or whatever, you're real delicate on that, and then they shoot you down by saying, "Well, I'm really not looking for that," or "I don't want that." Then you're like, "Shit, well, I'm not. I'm gonna just quit trying because you just shot me the hell down." And I
Right.
was sincere about that. Like I genuinely liked your conversation. I liked talking to you, and then there's a lot of ways to get shot down, and then it's like I don't even want to even. Mm-mm. You just made me
Yeah,
feel some type of way.
you say something like that, and their response is like, "Cool, high five." Yeah.
Right, right.
We'll talk
I
to you
was thinking
later.
that for the second one. I'm gonna go run to my car and drive off. Nice talking to
Right.
you. I mean, what the hell? Why did I do that? Listen to this weird shit, boosting myself up. And I gotta go in my car and I'm driving off. I'm not coming back out for a while.
But I think that circles back to the whole friends with benefits thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
You don't want to
yeah,
have the conversation of and that's a precarious type of relationship, right? You're being
Yeah,
hmm,
no, it is
super
because
intimate, but you're
yeah.
being like, "Hey, what's up, bro?"
Right.
yeah, no, it is. I've been through it,
It is.
and it turned into an
That's so
11-year
true.
relationship, and it was like at the beginning, it was cool, no strings attached. However, the other individual, she got attached, and I would be going not like out on dates, but like
Wonder
meeting
what's
other
wrong with you.
ladies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you thought that it was just this friends with
right.
benefits,
And then she
and
would
I
throw
wanted
up
the
all
other
these
people.
flags and being like me, and I'm like, what is the issue? We had an agreement, like a handshake,
Right.
you know?
We talked about
And
this.
then, okay, sorry, I'll just come straight back to you. And so then it all worked out. And then it would turn into heated arguments
I was
at
just about to
times.
say that. Yeah, I probably got into some intense
Yeah,
arguments.
after a couple of years, and it was like, boom, I'm donezo with you. And then I'm gonna go off do my thing. She went off, did her thing, and then we would
Yeah,
reconvene. It was like almost out of spite.
yeah, it's because you guys were friends with benefits, and then was y'all living together after
No,
y'all?
no,
Oh,
never did.
okay. I would say because then you guys started knowing each other because you started living together, and be like, I didn't really know you like I thought I knew you.
Yeah, but then
But
it
I
turned into
knew
that after a couple of times, and
you. Mm,
then it turned it like I was talking about the fucking kid being raised and things that turned real
yeah,
serious, and then the whole house situation. I bought a house,
mm,
yada yada yada, like we talked
right.
about earlier, and then
Kids
at the
moved
end
out.
of it, yep,
Yeah,
and it just didn't work out. She was like, "Well, you've done your purpose. You supported me through. I don't need you anymore. Bye." All right.
okay, now I got to pick up the pieces, but the good thing is that so we wake up the next day, can start over and try again. Like, okay, I learned from that lesson that taught me yesterday. I won't do that today. Continue on because I do believe there's always somebody for somebody. I know that's cliche as hell, but I mean,
Oh, I'm sure there is.
eventually, I may meet my match, but at the now,
Maybe there's not.
probably not.
Maybe you met them, they're gone. Maybe you mashed up as
No, I think if
much as
I
you
was
should have.
No, yeah, that means if we were meant to be together, we probably would still be together. So obviously,
Well,
if we separated, I don't think that we probably were meant to be together, or maybe we wouldn't have never separated. Maybe we would have made it through whatever.
would it burn a Popeye? And that's why that was the final, you know, there's always
Yeah,
that little final strain. Scott, go ahead and chime in on that because I got a little.
Well, no, I know one way to make sure that you never meet that special someone. It's not like that. It's you just don't believe that there is one.
That's
It's
true.
all it takes.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything. You don't have to lift a finger. You just have to not believe.
And long as you don't believe it, it won't happen. You're right.
You can meet someone and they're great for you. I've had situations like that. I've had situations where I didn't want to put a, like we talked about, like I didn't want to put a load of things on somebody. Like I've got things going on in my life. I've got a kid full time, and
Right.
it's like I'm not asking for someone, and you hear this from ladies too. Like they're not asking for you to be daddy.
Right.
Okay? I'm not asking you to be mommy.
Right.
Like,
But we do come in a package.
right.
So
Right. But
you,
but
you
I
know, just
I think I
being
have
that
it
adult.
like I've had like people I've got to know like that are moms too, and they know I'm a dad, and I think I'm worse at that than they
Hmm.
are. Like I'm way worse. Like I'm not as good as like some of the ladies I've met. They're like, "No, no, it's fine. We'll just do it gradually. Everything will be fine." And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't want, you know, like
Let's
like
not
I
switch
some of
up
the
the schedule we already
like
have.
I'm
You
like, yeah, I'm very like sensitive to that. Like it's not like I'm embarrassed or anything.
hmm
I'm just sensitive to it. Like I'm
right.
like
Yeah.
like
And that's okay.
my kid's a cool kid. He's not gonna come out, you know, you know, first time you meet him, he's not gonna come running out in his underwear like,
Hmm.
swinging something at the top of his head. He's totally fine. He's kicked back,
Right.
but I have a relationship with him too, and my relationship with him too is a very mellow,
Yeah.
calm relationship, kind of like how I have with Boogie.
That's a bonus. Yeah. Calm, laid
we're
back.
pretty mellow. I could live in his
Yeah, me
house and be
too.
like,
You can come here right now. I don't care.
I'm not going there.
You're like wrong season, dude.
I know. I don't have the right gear right now.
Yeah, you come here in the winter, you bring your shorts. That's how it works. Don't come
Yeah.
here in the summer.
Hmm.
No, I'd show up naked. He'd be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, well, it's the summertime. It's 110 degrees. What do you expect? I'm from Indiana.
Indiana and
It's
Arizona.
way too hot for boogie nights in Arizona.
Gotta watch your boogie.
Oh no, that's everybody else better watch the boogie.
Watch the. Well, our call with Scott ended, but
I
I
love
am.
Scott. I love Scott to death, man.
I
He's a
think
great dude.
Scott is coming back in, but we're gonna. Okay. Oh, did I? No, I didn't. Okay,
Uh,
but
mm, uh, uh.
I am going to cast off, and I'll be back on Saturday
Oh
night.
yeah.
And so you follow me, I follow you, both of you guys, and we can continue to talk and we can have more conversations together because this was beautiful. And I
I already follow
appreciate
you.
it. I know I
Uh,
followed you. I was
come on.
following you.
I know
Huh?
you. You're an hour ahead of us,
You
or
said
me,
what?
or behind. What time is it there?
What time is it now? It is 1:23 here.
1:23. So I'm at 2:23. So tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. I'm gonna have my homeboys from Open Sign Production on the Joe Antonio show.
Mm-hmm. 6:30
The
your
movie.
time or my time?
Yep, my
Your
time.
time? Okay, so
So it'll
it'll
be
be
7:30 your time.
7:30 my time. Okay,
Right.
I'm going to make
And
sure.
they've produced movies, The Stray, Phantom of the Woods, Made Guys, good friends of mine. Wizard Inc. is their band. Check them out on Spotify. Check us all out. I'm
Definitely.
not doing this shameless plug for everybody, but the Pulse, amazing. He, Scott just came on. He's the co-host for Pulse. I mean,
Oh, okay.
all kinds of good stuff going on all over the place.
Sounds
So,
tremendous, and I'm definitely gonna
uh,
be 7:30 on your show, right? I'm
yep,
or yep,
it's
I'm
not
gonna.
my show. It's Joe Antonio's show. I'm just a
Okay, well,
co-host.
I'm gonna be there at 7:30 my time, 6:30 your time.
Awesome. I hope to see you there. That's for
I
sure. We
hope to
do.
see you there too. I
We
will be
like the
there.
Howard Stern show.
I'm gonna be fully aware and full of laughs. So, with that being said,
You're gonna love
good.
it. Like I said, we don't no politics, no racism, no religion.
No religion. Same here. So, have a beautiful night.
Oh,